Hello everyone, Badozo here, and welcome to more Zero Day Action. Today we are casting the last game between Valihrant and Feldfeld on a series of 5 on test balance mod. Starting here on the left side, we have Valihrant as the Romans. And on the right side, we have Feldfeld as the Romans as well. Now it seems that we are going to see some cheese from Feldfeld today, starting with 2 cav and going for more 2 cav. He's sending 4 men to gather wood, while the women do not build the farmstead and go directly for the berries. Feldfeld goes for 2 cav first, instead of 3 that he can do, so that he gets the food production faster. And he follows it up with the 5 cav directly to the base, and sending the 2 women to the wood production. This will delay Feldfeld economy quite a bit, but he should have a very fairly strong push here. Now from Valihrant's side, he just notices this attack and a little bit of a delayed reaction. Let's see if he can save as much women as possible. Good target firing from Valihrant. There's nothing much that he can do at this situation, just retreat to the CC. And so far, Feldfeld with 4 kills. Now Feldfeld knows that he can't get much nearer to the CC, because Valihrant can just garrison the units and decrease the health of the cavalry units. And Feldfeld was able to get his first house. And Feldfeld surrounding Valihrant's base, seeing he can find any weak spots. Feldfeld going for the bears upgrade. Pretty great multitasking. Now Valihrant has made some spear cav for himself. He has 3 already. And 4 cavalry. He should be able to push this cavalry out from Feldfeld. Feldfeld units are quite damaged. Feldfeld should retreat. And Valihrant going for the kill here. Now Feldfeld is on the back foot. Valihrant could get a few good kills here. But not near the CC. Valihrant could micro these 2 health units just to push this one back and let this pretty damaged one escape. But he has a straight line for the CC. Now, as a result of that attack, it seems that Feldfeld is a little bit ahead. But both have the same amount of cavalry units. And Feldfeld should get a little bit ahead as long as this game goes on, because he has the extra berries. Valihrant went for this farmstead here, near this location. Sending the cavalry in the back of the hunt so that it gets in a closer walk distance. and making some infantry in case Feldfeld comes again. As for Feldfeld, he's just scouting around the map and healing his cavalry units. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have hunt anywhere near close to his base. Actually, he doesn't have any hunt in the map at all. This was a pretty good location for Valihrant. And Feldfeld just going around seeing what Valihrant is doing. A little bit of idle time for Feldfeld. Transitioning to farms now. Now Valihrant should have a little bit of an advantage here, and Feldfeld should be able to maneuver out of this. And Feldfeld goes for Loom to make his women a little bit tougher to kill. With this infantry here, he should be quite safe. Though with Spear Cav sometimes you can get a few good kills from stray units. They are quite tanky. A little bit of idle time for Feldfeld. And Valihrant goes for kind of a bait here. And Valihrant, pretty great macro. Is able to take one of Feldfeld's units and retreat. Feldfeld assumed that he would be able, with the infantry support, get a few kills from Valihrant, but Valihrant was able to focus fire on a single unit. And with no hunt on the map, the only thing that you can do is hunt rabbits, which is quite bad. Now Feldfeld is losing some of this population advantage that he had at the start with the extra bears by doing a lot of infantry. But he should be a little bit ahead of Valihrant at this stage. Valihrant forcing a little bit of idle time from these workers. And Feldfeld going full infantry. I would expect him to go for a push before P2 or just right after P2. While Valihrant is making up for all the women that he made before. Making a house highway to be able to reach this wood. Feldfeld wood line is not too great. Our Valihrant has this bigger patch of wood here and a little big one here as well. And Valihrant trying to find anything that he can do to distract units, get a single woman. This woman will be dead right now if Feldfeld did not take the Loom upgrade. And Loom is 200 food, so if he can save 4 women, he would pay off the technology. And Valihrant goes for Loom as well. Feldfeld with a little bit of a bad rally here, but Valihrant does not capitalize on it. And Valihrant being able to distract a lot of units, a lot of idle time. Unfortunately for Feldfeld, he really does not have a great wood line here. And if he leaves his location, his women are quite exposed until he gets some mineral mining here. And again, the infantry support is not enough, and Valihrant is able to take another stray kill, equalizing the amount of kills, and Valihrant catching up with Feldfeld in population. Feldfeld seems to have parked at 48 women, which should be enough to have enough fields for food production and a few women on the minerals. And Feldfeld going for the push now. Now Feldfeld does not have an overwhelming advantage here, so he should be microing pretty well to make this attack effective. Valihrant's reaction is to make a sentry tower here. While trying to get few kills from distracted units. But Feldfeld is aware, making another sentry tower in this location. But as far as wood lines go, Valihrant should not have too much to be able to get safely at this stage. Now Valihrant has split his units in two. The problem is that if you do that, your units are not as grouped up as the ones that from the attacker. So Feldfeld should be able to get a little bit of good trades here. But remember that Feldfeld is under constant fire from these sentry towers. But Feldfeld is able to take this one. Now Feldfeld has 10 additional kills, but as time goes on, the sentries, they don't kill units very quick because they distribute their fire, but after a certain amount of time, these units should fall like dominoes, one after another pretty quickly. And as you can see here, Feldfeld has a lot of low health in his units, and he can't hold this position longer. Now he has done really good damage here, but he should be retreating. Because after this threshold is met, you don't get any benefit from continuing this fight. But as far as it goes, it seems Valihrant has prioritized. Actually, he has all his army here. And Feldfeld takes a lot of really great trades. I'm quite surprised by that. And Valihrant with quite an imbalance of wood for food. Feldfeld with this position here should be able to harass these metal mines and a little bit of this stone mine here. While Valihrant scouting around the base, trying to find any weak spots, he got into an engagement with those skirmishers, but it was not very successful. But he is able to find some stray women. Now, as for Valihrant's progress for P3, he has stone and metal outside the range of this tower. But if Feldfeld decides to follow up on a second attack, he would have the support of this tower, and also he ensures that Valihrant cannot use this wood line. So Feldfeld could, for example, start an incursion by this side, knowing that Valihrant does not have too many options. And Valihrant continued to find value for these cavalry units. Now Feldfeld has a crushing advantage in infantry size. If he decides to all in, it would be very hard to Valihrant to defend against. Now, how is Valihrant reacting to this? He's going for more women. He knows that he's in a bad position at the moment, so he's betting that he can at least catch up in economy until he has enough infantry and hope that Feldfeld does not all in. While at the same time trying to get a few good trades anywhere he can. Fortunately for Valihrant, Feldfeld's woodline are extinguishing the good ones, so Feldfeld would have to invest some wood to build structures to make highways to access these wood lines here. And Feldfeld seems to be going for a push now. Now Valihrant, for some reason, started to try taking this stone mine, but Feldfeld had the arrows upgrade for range. And Feldfeld, instead of a push, going for an advanced CC position here. And Valihrant notices this. There's nothing much he can do at this stage. Still trying to find good engagements. And he finds one here. But so far the only thing that he can do is scout at this position. Maybe try to go around and catch a few women. Loses a few cav going through this wood line. And Valihrant taking advantage of the fact that towers can't fire just below the foundations without the upgrade. Well, Feldfeld trying to hold this position. This should be a good engagement. Yeah, not right now, but Valihrant could get a few good trades here just right before this spearman came. And Valihrant running out of good wood positions that cannot be towered by Feldfeld. Feldfeld supplementing this tower with another tower. Valihrant is slowly but steadily getting close to economy with Feldfeld. but this would be very hard to recover from. Because while Valihrant is worried about booming with map control and etc., Feldfeld can focus only on P3 and keep denying territory for Valihrant. And Feldfeld should be pretty close to get to P3. He should just get a few soldiers and start 2 blacksmiths or an advanced temple. He just finished the market now. And going for the advanced temple here. Now Valihrant is massing cavalry with the hope that he can find good engagements from 3 units. Feldfeld has his own cavalry here. 9 cavalry against 20 from Valihrant. And Valihrant with a bold move trying to expand here and retake some map control. Valihrant finding some good engagements. And Feldfeld going to deny the CC. And Feldfeld just sent every man that he can find nearby this location. Since he has a lot of wood, this is not too bad. Now, there's not much that Valihrant can do at this stage. ECC was his only hope of getting safe wood, and he won't be able to hold this position. Feldfeld for now is targeting the units, but at some point he would target DCC to slow its progress. At the same time, Valihrant is trying to retake this tower here, but there's not much value to try to gain from it. And now Feldfeld, just before the CC completes, targets the CC. And that's it, GG! Pretty nice rush from Feldfeld. Stockfish usually does 3 cav at the start, but we see here a nice variation from Feldfeld, going for 2 cav for faster food production, 2 more cav, and then going with all of them for 5 cav in total. It is a little bit more late than the original 3 cav rush from Stockfish, but it seems to be quite effective. Now let's see how the scores went about. As you can see here, Feldfeld did not actually have had quite of a delay in economy at the start because he didn't have to build the farmstead. So he actually went quite together with Valihrant, but as soon as he got a few good trades and paralyzed Valihrant's production, he started to get his economy started to get ahead. And after the extra berries, you can see that his production increased quite considerably. While Feldfeld had some good engagements, Valihrant was able to make some successful engagements later on, but after Feldfeld got the majority and got that push on Valihrant's base, it was over. So this is the end of this incredible series between Valihrant and Feldfeld. I hope you enjoyed it and see you guys next time.